What was your favorite show growing up as a kid?
Do you guys remember the Out of Control Teens? I think it was a 13-year-old girl, and he was like, "It says here that you had slept with a man for a cheeseburger," and she was like, "Bacon cheeseburger tastes good," and I was like, "Oh my god, you can't script that."
I'm a 15-year-old and I want to get pregnant.
Yes, and it's like I have baby clothes and I steal them,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't give a I beat my grandmother in the face. That, and you're like, this is amazing.
You're listening to the Dear Buddies podcast.
You will grow from boys into men. Whatever, dude.
What does that look? Don't get weird on me.
Hey, buddy.
For all those questions you can't bring yourself to ask your friends, ask your buddies.
Welcome to the Dear Buddies podcast. How's everyone doing in the world? I am your host, Chris Scopo. This is the better looking of the three. To my right, we have Alex Pavone. How you doing, buddy?
Okay.
All righty, we're off to a hot start. Mike Albanese has COVID, so he is the COVID cowboy this week. He is not in, but we have a great guest for you this week. Fantastic guest. We love her. Tracy Carnazzo, everybody. How's everyone doing?
God.
Tracy?
The crowd is going wild. I'm okay. Everything's great. What do you mean?
Everything's great?
Everything's great. The set is beautiful. I love the decor. I'm just like,
The decor.
yeah,
Okay.
this is great.
2 plants.
Yeah,
Two
and they're not
fake
even
plants.
real, which is good for my allergies. But I don't know. It's beautiful. I'm just so proud of you guys.
You are the first person who's come on and said they like the decor. Usually
Yeah.
people
I was being sarcastic.
tear
but
us apart.
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
thought that was genuine.
No.
Okay.
I haven't been genuine in years. I have seen shit, guys. I have seen some shit.
Well, don't change it up now. Be
you.
as sarcastic
so you
as
guys
possible.
are saying like, oh, you're mean to your guests. Like, I can't wait. I'm excited.
Well, he was told.
No, we're mean to each other.
Oh, I want you to
That's
be mean to
what it
me.
is.
Okay. all right,
Apparently, we're mean
Yeah.
to each other. I don't think I'm.
I don't think we
mean
are
en-
either.
I'm not mean enough to you.
you're never mean. Do you even have mean in you?
I'm mean to him.
He cuts.
off the podcast. I
yeah.
mean to him.
Okay, good.
I wanted to
Yeah, he
appear
deserves
that.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I said, Daddy, give me more.
Right.
And then I keep it going. But
Yeah.
no, you're on this show today.
Why?
Well, I'm going to get to it. Jesus Christ. What a fucking Queens girl. Like, get to the point. Let's go. Move it or lose it.
You're from Queens?
Me and Chris, we didn't grow up together, but we did not grow up together.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
2 versus 1
Fucking
here.
outnumbered
Yeah.
by a bunch of Queens people.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah.
just Americans, so it's cool.
Yeah. We have patriotism running through
I feel
our
like
veins.
I'm at
I love America.
LaGuardia, Terminal 3 over here. Look at these
Don't make fun of LaGuardia. LaGuardia got a face that looks pretty good now.
Yeah, it's very nice.
But you are the queen of trash TV shows.
I am. That I am. I am a
You
garbage.
love them to death. We're
Yeah.
going to talk about them. Why do women like these shows? That's what we want to talk about.
Okay, I'm excited. I even talked to my therapist about this today.
All right.
Oh, you brought this to
Oh,
your
yeah,
therapist?
Yeah, of course.
Why do you?
What
Why
am I
is
gonna
it a
talk about in
problem?
therapy? I don't
Tell
have
them to
anything else
rate, review, and
talk about.
subscribe. Tell them to rate, and subscribe. We need the
listen.
That's what you do for therapy. You don't
Yeah.
talk about your problems.
No,
you,
I'm like,
you
hey, I got this podcast. Let's workshop some stuff.
That's what you
got
do.
any ideas to bounce off of me? You want to write some stuff? Yeah, I mean that's how I do all my sets.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
write together.
she
She's
goes
my writing
in
partner.
on Friday for the weekend. She goes, give me something good, Doc. Let's go.
What
Help
did you
me
tell
out.
your therapist?
I was like, I had to change my appointment today.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, why? I was like, I'm doing a podcast. She's like, what podcast? I was like, some stupid fucking podcast. And she was like, what are you going to talk
Tell
about?
her to rate, review, and subscribe.
I definitely will, and she will listen.
Okay, wicked.
So she was like,
Hi, your therapist. How you doing? Nice to have you on the show.
Holla.
We appreciate it. What's your name?
her name is Amy,
Dr. What the?
Dr. Amy.
Dr. Amy. How you doing?
An MD.
It's just a girl on the
She's also my
side of the...
gynecologist.
This is literally... This girl's on the Bell Parkway just hanging out. And Tracy's like, I need to speak to Amy. Let's go.
I like a dual threat doctor.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah, she's
mind and puss.
looking at your vag
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
what do you think this week?
Well, honestly, that does go hand in hand.
What, you
A
pussy?
gynecologist would be a great, like, if that was like a double major, I think that's great. Do you know how many people really need to talk? And then you could just be in there, stirrups totally open.
What if you're like, I got a lot of problems, Doc, and he goes, okay, your puss smells. And
Right.
That's the problem.
Well, he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I think you're like, I have a bad relationship. And then he's like, well, I think I smell why.
Yeah, that'd be great, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you have an infection.
That would probably cause a lot of drama.
That's actually
That's called honesty.
That is multitasking.
So Dr. Amy you're talking to.
Dr. Amy is like, I said, I have to do this podcast. And I asked her, I said, we're going to do this subject on why women like reality TV. And she had a lot of thoughts.
What was your thoughts?
Are
I'll
we
just call
gonna-
her and get her on the podcast. Let's get her on the podcast. Let's see what
Yeah,
it
let's
is.
just call her. Do you want to just like jump in the pool?
Yes.
Babe,
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'm a foot deep already.
He's in there. He's in the shallow
So
end, always.
I have some thoughts myself. I guess I never really thought about it the way she told me. So she said that women like reality TV because we are almost like experiencing some situations like something that we might have to experience in the future. We're experiencing it through reality TV to protect ourselves in the future.
Okay, now explain that in Queen's terms for me.
You're gonna watch.
I understood that.
Two
I am not
broads
stupid.
fight because maybe one day you might fight a broad, and now
Okay, so it's all like dating wise. It's not.
no. I mean, just in general.
In general.
like situations that are really uncomfortable. You're watching people go through them. So if you ever have to go through them, you know what you would do.
And so why doesn't that apply to men? Why don't?
It might apply to men. You're saying so? Is that the subject? I mean, what?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
why do they like them more than women? More than men?
Essentially,
Women
reality
like
TV
gossip.
Bitches
Bitches be talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, bitches be shopping too.
Bitches be shopping.
Yeah,
they be
yeah,
talking.
shopping and talking.
I love gossip.
I love gossip.
No, I got to tell you, I love gossip maybe more than
How
you.
much? I had a hot scoop today, and I was texting people,
Right.
calling people. No
Did
one
you-
was
did
picking
you-
up.
did you-
I had to tell my mom. She didn't know anything I was
Did
saying.
you tell me?
No, I can't tell you. I can't tell you the hot goss. You got to get a couple sips in me first. And
Okay.
this guy knows. This guy knows the combo. Two whiskeys and a brouhaha.
Yeah.
And the vault starts
How much
to
is that?
unlock.
And then,
Cash-wise.
and then you just then
I'll Venmo you.
you just compliment the Raptors, and then he's an open book.
The safe gets jarred
Yeah, yeah,
open.
yeah.
I love
Two whiskeys,
gossip.
one beer.
Why do you like gossip?
Okay, so I think
Do you like gossip? Do you like to be?
You
to
love
be,
gossip.
I do, but do you like to be about gossip, or do you like to know the gossip?
I like to know the gossip.
Oh,
You don't want to be about the
No, no one wants to gossip.
Oh,
to me
yes,
about
they do.
you. No.
The gossips like to be the
Oh
gossips.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
I don't think so.
That
I
means
don't-
everyone's talking about you, baby.
Oh, no, no, no.
Everyone's,
It's not usually a good thing, bro.
No. Yeah, I wanna know everything. Like, okay, when there are different people in your life that are sleeping with lots of people, like I love unlocking it. You know what I mean? Like when you figure things out and you put the puzzle pieces together,
Yes.
and you're like, oh my god, I did see him with her. Yes,
Dude, there was a former
I love that.
there was a former guest we had on.
Sleuth.
There was a former guest we had on the show, and let me tell you something. I saw Tracy one night. 35 seconds took her to say something to me. She was like, "These two are sleeping together.
Yes.
These two are sleeping together."
There were a few people in my life. I don't want to name any names. Someone in particular was sleeping with 7 people that I knew at the same time. And
No.
Yes, and they were all confiding in me. And I was like,
Nobody knew except you.
oh, I don't know if nobody knew, but I knew all of them. And they'd be like, he really loves me. And then the next one would be like, he loves me the most. I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah. And they're like, I am his only girlfriend. I'm like, you are definitely his only girlfriend. Oh, God. And it was like my brain was going to explode, but it felt good.
Is it power?
No, because I didn't tell anyone.
It's
But it's power to know.
It was interesting.
Ooh.
No, but
It keeps your mind. Here's the bottom line.
it's sort of power. Not
It
sort
keeps
of power.
your mind off your own problems.
Okay. Okay.
It is a story that's being told in real time. When I read books, I love to read nonfiction. I love memoirs. I love autobiographies. I need a story to be kind of real.
Yeah.
So that's why I like reality TV too, even though I could like pick out the non-real stuff of it. I like a real life drama to watch it unfold. If you tell me like about someone in your office, like someone at work that's having like a bad marriage, it's like, tell me everything she told you.
You would love to be in this podcast group
Yeah.
chat. We are
Yeah.
coming down
Okay.
at the seams
Yeah,
every
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Anything
We're side
better.
texting each other, trashing the other one, and I can only imagine what's said about me. I can only
No,
go.
only good things.
Yeah. Edit.
Is there anything better than a group text where you guys just screenshot people's social medias and just send it, and then everyone's like, shut the fuck up?
Oh, I did that. I did that last week. I did it last week with him.
There is-
I want to know how many group chats I am in currently
Okay.
where there is a side group chat.
About you.
I want to know.
At least one.
There's definitely a group chat about me. I know there is. Not that I know for a fact, but like I know.
Okay.
Because I used to like to spiral in the middle of the night on Instagram. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it.
No.
It used to be a lot of spiraling
Well, how do we?
memes.
Spiraling like.
On my stories. So it would start around 3 a.m. and it would go to 5 p.m. and then like,
Just memes?
quotes. Just
Like,
okay.
different
different things about how men need to die, like things.
Clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I would get
Men need to die.
I would get like texts like the next morning, like, "Hey, you good?" And it's like, "Oh, you need this for the group chat? Put me in the fucking group chat. I will tell you everything. I love I don't have a secret. You know what I mean?
Give me a meme example at 4 in the morning. The girl,
4 in the morning.
Bobbit, the girl who chopped off her husband's cock.
Lorena said, yeah, but then
The OG, Lorena Bobbitt.
Got a sack in one hand
no,
at
I'm not
4:30
talking
in the
about
morning.
really. I'm just staying away from. I'm refraining from the opposite sex. Lorena Bobbitt, her John was her husband.
Yeah.
They reattached it. And he did porn. So you're welcome, John.
Not to get off topic, but
No, it's
of
not.
course he'd do porn. It's more of like what's that word? Like I don't know.
Cuckolding?
Not a fetish.
It's like, oh my god, that used to be.
Imagine you're watching the cock and you see his dick getting shoved in by another
Right?
guy. He's like, that's my dick. My dick's getting shoved in another guy's pussy.
I understand why people would watch his porn, but anyways, not to get off topic,
Yeah.
but I think the penis is one of the easier things to reattach.
Chop up. Sorry.
How many times have you dreamt about?
That's a meme. Put that one up at 5 in the
How many
morning.
times have you dreamt about chopping up a dick?
No, it's not that. I want everyone to every guy that I don't like, I want them to live forever being exactly who they are. That's their punishment.
Ooh, it's
Yeah.
like a vampire seeing all your friends die.
I want them to really, really feel it.
Yeah.
Like I
You
want them to, but you're not allowed
Oh.
to change. You have to stay exactly who you
That's
are.
actually
You're like the guy from the Green Mile. You watch all your friends die, and you have to live the fact that
Yeah.
they have to go with the fact that they have to go through that depth. The deep,
We're gonna get this one out.
Yeah.
I know. I'm struggling.
I'm trying to- I speak Queens.
The
You're
deep
good.
sympathy of watching your friends die
even
and
that.
having that over yourself.
That's a crazy pet punishment to have. Is you cannot change. You cannot
can't change.
improve. You have to be
exactly who you are.
forever.
Be who
that's
you are.
That's tough.
I
That's
want-
a tough one. That's
be who
that's
you
really
are
bad.
and really lean into it, and live forever.
Is that what your therapist tells you?
No, that's what Tracy tells me. that's what I teach other people.
That's what you let Dr. Amy know.
That's exactly. That's what I do.
How bad do you want to be in a reality TV show?
Oh, not at all.
No.
No.
You like that? You're outside looking in.
Yeah,
that's what you enjoy.
Chris,
Yeah.
this is not. I know that you think that women that like to gossip want to be part of the gossip. I really don't. It is so I don't even like being on this podcast. This is as much fame as I really want. I want people to the things that even I say, and I'm pretty nice. Because
You're very nice. You're very sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah, but who knows what the hell she's texting behind our back?
I don't know. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take
I'll
it.
take it.
I will
Yeah.
honestly say that neither of you have ever given me anything good.
Okay.
If you could, I will start a group text about you. I don't know who would be included in this group text because
Yeah.
I don't know who
Nobody
would
likes us.
care. Because you really do. You have to find.
What's sad is I was going to say the exact same thing. You just beat me to it.
You have to find someone who cares about the exact subject as much as you do. You have to have someone that's also invested in it.
I'm going to tell you some stuff. We should do a little experiment where, after the podcast, I'm going to tell her some stuff, and then you could try to push it out.
Oh, this is the story of my life. I used to work in
want to see if it
restaurants.
comes back.
Okay.
I want to see if it picks up enough momentum.
Recently, I made up a rumor that did come back to me.
Oh,
and
you made
we
one
can't
up.
talk
You
about
made
it
up a
on
rumor?
it.
You made
I
a
made up
rumor?
an absolute lie.
Why?
Because it was funny.
But it wasn't bad. Was it bad?
No, it was
just-
silly.
yeah, okay.
It was silly. It was something that why are you believing me? You're an idiot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys off air about what that
Okay.
was, but I will.
Did you tell him he had a future?
I was like, you're gonna make it big, buddy.
And it came back around. He believes it.
Don't even use the mic. No, so so I'll tell you a story about when I worked in restaurants, right? I mean, before I was
Hot
me.
goss Central.
Before I was me, there was another life. You know what I mean? I used to be unsuccessful. So I worked in this restaurant. It was a brand new restaurant we opened. If you ever worked in a restaurant, opening a restaurant is the most fun you will
Where
ever
was
have
this
in your
restaurant?
life. This was in Long Island.
Oh, this is fucking gossip central.
Okay, so we're
Italian?
no, this was garbage people. You know what I mean? This is
Italian?
Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
No,
Garbage.
Italian
people.
restaurants. First of all,
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Italian restaurants only hire men to be waiters.
They want to get the job done.
Right. This is a chain restaurant. We all open the thing. It's great. It's great. Okay, we're having so much fun. But the only thing that you can do to entertain yourself in a restaurant, one of two things: cocaine,
Of course.
or just gossip. You just gossip. I'm not a big fan of cocaine. I can't even really drink coffee. So I decided to really lean into the gossip.
Yeah, you gotta go one way.
So I used to
Less
like
coke, writes gossip.
Right.
We
So
know where you're
also
headed.
in a restaurant, everyone is sleeping with each other.
Have you ever thought of how much gossip you could get done on cocaine? Because the answer's a lot.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I get nervous when I take an Advil.
Tracy
so-
hasn't been up for 7 days in a row. Yeah.
Oh, I have been.
She
It's
can't
just,
talk about the sous chef. What's going on?
I have sheer anxiety that fuels me. So
yeah.
Okay, so this is what happens.
You get more.
John, a waiter,
Okay.
walks off in the middle of his shift.
Legend.
Walks up. It's like day 3 of opening. He walks out. We know nothing.
Quits.
He quits. He walks out. No explanation. Puts his book down on the table, looks the manager in the eye, and walks out.
Hasta la vista.
No one knows what happened, including me. But everyone wants to know what happened, including me. So I'm going to make up a story. This is a perfect opportunity. So everyone's like, oh my God, John left. And I'm like, John left? What happened? They're like, we have no clue what happened. And I was like, I'm going to find out. So I come back with information that I have made up from scratch. John,
This is sickening.
and this is what I start telling people. I'm like, you guys hear about John? He just walked out. And people are like, John walked out. I'm like, he walked out on the shift. I'm like, do you know what did you hear what happened? And they're like, what happened? I was like, you know the salad lady? They're like, yeah. I'm like, he took her in the bathroom. He had her bent over the toilet and he was banging her in the bathroom, didn't lock the door. And it was in the manager's bathroom. The manager opened the door, saw John, threw his tie over his shoulder and was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, and John ran off in the middle of his shift.
Were you not at all fearing that this would get back to you as
What's going to happen? You're going to fire me from a restaurant? I'll go to another restaurant.
You're not worried about the salad lady thinking you're insane and the manager thinking you're
How about the
mental?
salad lady's fucking just, overall existence? Now she's getting banged out by John in the bathroom.
You think the salad ladies, this is pro salad lady?
Okay, when you are a waiter, a server in a restaurant, that's a different world.
Has there been a TV show about this,
Of
like
course there
about
have been.
waiting?
Yeah, wasn't it Vanderpump Rules?
Yeah.
That was about
Yeah.
being a waitress?
Yeah, that's
About-
like a
about
huge
everyone-
one, like working at a restaurant, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now,
Let's get back on topic, guys. I'm trying.
so now people are like, oh my God, that's crazy. I tell like 5 people.
That's a lot.
I'm very convincing. There's about 35 servers on staff that night.
For a full prefab, like a full fake story.
Fake story, all the way fake. I know nothing. The only fact that I know
5's a lot.
is that John walked out.
Okay.
That's it. I know no other information. Everything else I have made up from scratch. By the end of the night, around closing, 11, 12 o'clock, people are coming up to me, bro, John was banging Maria in the bathroom. I'm like, John was what? How do we know? And they're like, Chris caught him. I'm like, Chris, what?
So people just, based on that story, people
Yeah.
just love. They don't even give a
I don't
shit
care
if
if it's
there's
true.
facts.
It's great.
They just love drama.
Yeah.
They just love gossip.
Yes.
And they don't even care to
Do
investigate.
you
It
ever,
had nothing
do you
to
ever
do with
find out
me.
why John quit though?
So, yo,
No, I never
please
saw him
make
again.
up a story about me and Scopo, or we'll tell you something, and then let's see if
Okay.
they get around. I just want to know
Great
if people
experiment.
would
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
give a shit. I doubt they would.
Who would I tell? You know
No
what I
one
mean?
cares
That's
about
the
it.
problem.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's up to you.
You don't have a
We give
ton
you the
of-
baton, and you
Okay.
keep it moving.
All right, I'm going out tonight, so
I'm gonna give you some stuff.
okay, I'm
And
excited.
then that's it.
Okay, I'm pretty pumped about this.
I wonder.
I'm gonna start
whose
tonight.
Thing would go further. It's gonna be
So there's
short
2 separate
regardless.
stories.
Unless you want to combine them,
not
maybe
do
that'll
that.
get more traction.
Let's not do this.
Yeah, let's do it definitely.
Back to reality TV though. I'm down. Back to reality TV
Yes.
though. You can make it up. I don't even care.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
We can't be lovers though.
No, that's not. No, come on, that's not even believable. See, that was the kind of lie that I
Why
told a few
not?
weeks ago, where it was like, why are you believing me?
How much lying are you doing here?
I was just telling a story. The one that I told you that I'll tell you offline
Oh, okay,
that came
okay,
back
okay.
to me. Yeah, it was just so like when I was 15, I would meet a man in a bar. I would look him straight in the face, and he would say, "How old are you?" And I would say, 25. Who's the idiot?
There's multiple idiots in
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Right.
I don't want to
mean-
answer for legal reasons, but
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
an idiot. Maybe you. I like you a lot. You're an idiot.
How
Everybody.
about the bouncer?
Multiple idiots.
Letting
fair
you in
enough,
right
fair
away.
enough.
Multiple
But like
idiots.
at the end of the day, 25.
We don't know how you looked at
I
that
didn't
at
even
15.
say 19. I said 25. I went 10 years my elder.
Less of an idiot, more of a pervert, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
There's
enough.
Different.
Whatever.
Regardless.
It's fine. I turned out great.
Reality TV dating.
Yeah.
Right? This is what I think, why my girlfriend likes watching it. Deep down inside, every girl wants to be a matchmaker. I think. I think they want to
Success.
hook people up.
I like that.
It's not just success. They like compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
They like thinking, oh, this guy, oh yeah, he's got these characteristics. She has these characteristics.
It's like
They're
decorating.
a perfect match. My girlfriend wants to match people all the time.
I like it.
And I think that's why she likes dating reality shows specifically. And I think maybe that's
to see if she could like almost predict.
What's going to happen?
Yeah.
And then it bleeds out into the real world that I get fucking sucked into, and then
Okay.
I'm trying to hook up people with her.
Well,
in
I can
this
tell you this. I've
disaster
watched.
world.
There were certain reality TV shows, like dating shows,
Yeah.
that I've watched, and I felt the love.
Okay.
And I was like, I could cry seeing how much they love each other.
I'll add that
It's a
to
fantasy.
I'll add that to. She loves love. Women love love more than I think.
I do love love.
I
mean,
love
do
love,
you?
but
I do. Listen,
I mean, you started a full dating thing between John and Maria. A little fucked up.
I loved it. That's love. Imagine 3 days in, you lose your whole job just because you can't keep your hands off the salad lady. You love her.
That's true. Okay.
She loves hot goss.
No one was.
Yeah.
No one was pulling me into the bathroom.
We should have made that
Not
up.
day 3.
You should have made up that John was.
No, because now you're just a liar.
Okay.
So you love that. You love when you see that actual
I do.
passion.
I do.
Yeah.
I really do. I like it. I watch. I know that you guys are going to be shocked, but I watch Love After Lockup.
Now explain that to
No,
me.
that's not-
because I don't
that's
know
Love
what
not-
that
After Lockup is a great reality show. It is one of my favorites. I cannot do a podcast about it because I just want to enjoy it.
is. Okay.
This is my guilty pleasure.
You don't want it to be work then.
I don't want to take notes on it. I just want to soak it in.
Is it like people writing love letters to the fucking people that are in jail?
Better.
What is it?
So,
What's better than
someone's
that?
dating someone in jail, whether they've met them before, whether they knew them before they went to jail, but now the person is getting out of jail and they're starting their life together. And I love so the first few seasons of any reality show are realer.
Can I say people that are in love with people that are in jail and they never met them? They're
Mental.
crazier than the people
Yeah.
Okay,
that
but
are
I'm
in
going to
jail.
explain to you why they do it. It's
They
very
want
easy.
attention.
It's a perfect way. So if you're in jail, you have nothing really to do with your life,
For
right?
sure.
I'm going to call you. You're going to be really nice to me.
For sure.
You also want me to put a little bit of money on your books. You
Correct.
also want the fantasy of love.
Yes.
So you're going to write letters to me that you are all the way in love with me. And that's what I want to hear. And I'll write letters back to you.
And then you don't have to worry, obviously, about seeing them. That's common sense.
Sure, right. But
But-
you don't have to worry about the rejection until they come out.
Oh yeah, that's.
But you don't even think about it because you're like, right now we're in love. I'm actually going, like, he's gonna be in love with me by the time he gets out.
Yes. Do they move in together?
A lot of them move in together because they have to parole to someone's house.
Oh.
The first
And you're the warden. Wow.
the first few seasons, there were a few stories where I was like, I wish I loved someone that much.
So it works.
It's such toxic love
Well, yeah, I can't even imagine. I can't
because
even
it's people that
figure out-
just need to be together. So it's like sometimes you feel like that, like, oh, I wish someone loved me that much.
But it is like
It's so
not,
toxic.
It's not like legitimate love. I feel like it's sort of.
Once in a very
No. Yeah, the guy who murdered 4 people is really in love with the girl who's writing him letters.
Sometimes.
Well, I'm just saying, like they don't.
I think he's happy she doesn't have a dick.
Perhaps.
I mean, listen, sometimes. It all depends on the situation. But in general, it's such. There's a lot of love bombing, and I really do like watching love bombing. It makes me feel.
As in love, as in failures.
No, love
no.
bombing means
Like-
that you're like
don't know
when
what
if
this
I'm
means.
writing you a letter, I barely know you, and I'm like, oh, I love you so much. I can't wait to spend
Oh,
the rest of
that's-
my life with you. And
oh,
you're like,
that's
I
love
love you
bombing.
too. And then we're love bombing each other, and it's like it does release like some kind of amazing hormones in your body, and you're like, oh, I'm happy.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
Have
That's
you
your- so-
experienced that love bombing?
Not once. And
And you never will.
yeah, no. Yeah. Right now I'm the opposite of love bombing. I'm love
I can see
please.
that.
You're on stage bombing.
Yeah. I wish I was on stage. Okay, that's your guilty pleasure show. What's
Yeah.
your favorite all-time reality show? Number
No,
one.
I think that is my
That's your
Love
number
and
one.
Lockdown.
Yeah, Love After Lockdown.
Not even 90 Day Fiance, which I have to admit.
Okay,
90 Day Fiance even brings me in.
Okay, 90 Day Fiance has been on now. We're on
not
like
me.
season 10, right? There are all these spin-offs. There's so many seasons. In the beginning, if you were day one,
OG.
OG. This is 10 years ago, 400 seasons ago, all these spin-offs ago. It was realistic.
Okay, and then it got popular, and then it became a show.
Exactly.
So really, like, you think 90 Day Fiance season 1, that's legitimate
Yeah.
people?
No, even if they're scamming though, they're just
That's what I'm saying.
legitimately
Yeah,
scamming.
no, that
Now
makes sense.
it is so overproduced. It is written and that it's hard. It's really hard for me to like believe it. Like I do my podcast pretending that everything's real. You know, I'm not trying to like debunk anything.
Yeah,
because if you do that, like you're
whatever.
you're just like, don't watch this show.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
tell kind of what's more scripted, what the producer trying to make them say.
Right.
Certain shows. It's like, come on.
Like, okay, there was a couple, Kobe and Emily on last season, and Emily had gained a lot of weight. Kobe was in Africa, and they hadn't seen each other in 2 years, so he was flying in after COVID, and she had gained a lot of weight. I mean, he was still super attracted to her. She was adorable. The producers asked him at the airport, for sure, did Emily gain a lot of weight? And he was probably like, yeah. And they were like, say it in a complete sentence. And he's like, Emily gains a lot of weight. And that's what they showed. And it's like, I don't think he was trying to say that.
Yeah, they made it.
They make you talk in a full sentence. I know exactly what they do. I've been involved in these productions.
For sure.
They pull out of you what they want. And they also edit things like crazy.
And you could tell someone who's a seasoned vet in reality TV,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know
he's
what's
just a-
produced and
Yes.
what's not produced.
Yes.
And that makes sense. If you watch the early, I watched The Bachelor. I'm not
Right.
gonna lie to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Sort of good.
Yeah.
Right. I
No, The Bachelor, I can't get into The Bachelor. It's like you know him for 2 weeks and now you're in love. Come on.
I
See, I like that. It's the love
No,
bombing.
come on, it's bullshit.
It's the
You
love
want to be
bombing.
on the TV. You want your 5 minutes of fame.
You know what, those scopes? At The Bachelor, when it first started, I don't know when. I didn't watch it when it first
No,
started.
I was never really a big fan.
Right. My girlfriend watched old episodes. That's what. That's the people on it then are legit,
Right.
regular people. And now
the
they're
beginning.
like Instagram.
Everyone has
superstars,
an
right?
agent, and that's how you get on the show. It's
Yeah.
cast. It's cast. This is not real people.
But the people from The Bachelor in 2004,
This is what I'm telling you. In the beginning of any
they look like
reality
comedians.
TV show,
No disrespect to
Right.
comics.
Yeah,
but
well,
we're not. You know. I mean, us
I'm
three
a,
obviously
I'm a,
look
I'm a comedy
fantastic.
11, but that's not saying a ton. You know what I mean? Married at First Sight. I love Married at First Sight. That's
a good show.
That's a really
I've
good
watched that
show.
show a few times. How about Love in the Spectrum?
I don't watch that
Wait, can we talk about Married at First
because
Sight?
that's just like comics dating comics.
Can we talk about Married Can we talk about Married at First Sight, though?
We could talk about it all we want.
I think
love
that
it.
is something that a woman is going to enjoy more so than a guy on different levels because it's that lack of instant.
Gratification.
No, that. Oh no! Wait.
Oh, the
oh
instant
no! Shit! I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of
Married
the
at-
blind one. The blind.
Love
one.
is Blind is- okay.
My mistake. My mistake.
Season
Sorry about that.
season 1 of Love is Blind, I felt the love between that one couple that I felt it in my soul. And I was like, until I find a man that I feel like that about, I am going to be alone forever.
That's what I'm saying. See,
Yeah, like I was weeping.
Hey, you're doing a good job at it.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying,
I was
though.
weeping.
When I watched that one, have you watched that one?
I've watched a few episodes. Yeah.
Season 2. I'm like, what are we doing
It's
here?
fucking produced up.
This is
Netflixed
terrible.
up.
This is terrible.
Netflixed up. That's what they do.
And I was out. Married at First Sight.
I know Married at First Sight, but sort of same thing as because
Similar, yeah.
because they're seeing each other for the first time,
Right.
and then there's some people who aren't initially attracted
Right.
to that person, but they work on it, and then you're like, holy shit.
Right.
You know?
Now, Married at First Sight, the problem that I have is I feel like, who's doing the background check?
There's a couple loose cannons on Married at First
who's
Sight.
doing this? All you had to do was maybe, I don't know, Google the person.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, oh, no, this is actually very not a good idea.
They want the toxic though.
Sure, but like they're trying to like pretend that they don't. I mean, there was
Yeah.
a guy that was lying about his job, his income, his family. Like he was lying about everything. All you had to do was be like, what is your job? And then do a background
The
check.
show's gonna be entertaining regardless. Why do
Yeah.
you need to bring this fucking
Right, well,
psychopath
because
who's clearly
then
lying?
you just feel bad for the woman or whoever the partner is, and you're like, yeah, this is bad. Like this is the show's fault.
Do you ever like genuinely feel bad for some
Yeah.
of the. So do I actually.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know you put yourself in this situation, but at the end of the day, they are people, and you could tell that they're like
Love is Blind.
upset.
Second season, what was it? Deep D and the other guy.
Yes, the Indian guy, the
He was-
DJ,
The DJ?
veterinarian.
He was mean as the day was long.
He was a fucking piece of shit. I kind of like him.
Why?
I kind of
Why
like
do you
him.
like
but
him?
here's
He's a
the
fucking
thing.
asshole.
But you
Yeah, I
what?
know. It's fun, though.
I will give you this. He was very consistent in who he was. He went into the pods and he told her, like, I want a girl who's very thin. I want a girl who's very hot. I want a girl who's this. That is no one, whether you're hot or not, that you really would probably be attracted to, like, in a deeper level, because it's like, if that's really all you're looking for, and like I'm looking for a real relationship, that's not going to work.
No.
So she went into it knowing that he was like
Yeah.
not great, and then she thought she was going to change him, and she didn't. And then all of a sudden, he was exactly who he said he was.
Yeah, but he wasn't being a complete truth. He wasn't truthful the whole time. He was like making out with her, and then he'd be getting
Yeah, but in
drunk, and he's like, "She looks
Fine.
like my sister."
Fine.
He was being a fuckhead.
But in the pods, he told her
maybe okay,
that looks
yeah.
are the first thing that he cares about.
Yeah.
That he wants this. That he wants, like, okay. That he was being
Was that the
honest with
first
her.
Indian girl he's ever been with? Or,
Yes.
or yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he wanted someone he lift over his head.
He wanted someone.
He
Who,
did say that. That was actually.
He's
That
like,
was pretty funny. He's like, can you guys lift? If we're at a concert, can I pick you up on my shoulders?
Right.
Yeah, you try to vet her that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you were in a room, how much space would you take up? He's like, is it a folding chair? Is it a love seat? I'm not
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
you your weight. I'm just asking you,
All right, can you fill up a lazy boy? What are we doing
could
here?
you fill the bathtub to the top and then get in?
Oh, you gotta. His name was Shaq.
Yeah,
Shaq.
that was his
You
name.
gotta respect it.
But that's what I'm saying. He did show himself right away. If I was in the pods, I would be like, oh, I actually don't even like you. Don't worry about me. I don't like you at all.
And I like loving the spectrum because they just say whatever the hell they want to say, and it's like, oh, they have autism. They gotta say that stuff.
Yeah, it's like a
He's like, I don't
podcast.
like you. You smell weird. Bye.
I've
And then,
never seen that one.
Oh, dude, they say whatever the hell they
I
want.
feel bad. Is that too far? That love on the spectrum? I feel like what am I
A
doing?
lot
I'm
of people
watching
say
with
no.
autism?
That's the thing.
That's insane.
I do that all day long. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to watch a show about it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people, I've never watched it, but a lot of people are like, no, it's not like exploiting anyone. And it's like, okay.
How is it not like exploiting
what you
anybody?
think, if that's what you think. I mean, let's exploit regular people. Like, you know, people that sign up for it, really.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't even want to say regular because, like, who's not on a spectrum? I mean, I'm not great.
I can't say that. I'm not.
Yeah, Scopo hasn't made eye contact with me one time.
Yeah,
since we've been
I'm
in
on
here.
the spectrum. Yeah.
I'm over here. I brought
Yeah.
wet wipes in, so things aren't going
We
great.
want to also talk about nostalgia trash TV shows. I was talking to him before. Remember the show on MTV called Next?
Yeah, of course.
It was the funniest show on TV. It was 5 guys or
Yeah.
5 girls on a bus. One come out. You remember it, Sammy?
Not to be
You
confused
won?
with Bang Bus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You come out one.
Would never confuse it.
Yeah. One come out, right? And then
yeah.
you could literally be like, next, right away. And some
Right.
guys or girls got off the bus and they people are literally a parks away. And they're just like, next, as soon as they get out. And it was the funniest thing. He's like, oh, you never liked me anyway. And they just walk away into the cameras. It's
Yeah,
so funny.
you
When
like-
was this? Like,
Oh,
Early
15,
2000s?
I was
Yeah.
like 15, 16.
you can't do that no more.
I liked Singled Out. Singled Out was a
Singled
very
Out with
good
Jenny
show.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
Don't know this one.
What?
Was it Chris
Chrissy
Hardwick?
Canada.
Chris Hardwick
Yeah.
and Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah, this is American stuff. I'm sorry.
Bro, Singled Out was a great
Yeah, that
show.
was a good show. I started very early. Richard Bay was where I started. You're a little bit younger than me. Richard Bay was like, it was a daytime talk show. See, I was big into daytime talk shows. I was big into Maury, Out of Control Teens. Was there a better episode? Like those episodes.
I watched
When
Jerry
the girl-
Springer with my family.
No, but Maury was even better because when they would get these out of control, Jerry was really scripted.
It got to a point, but me and Scopes were talking about this before the podcast. Like, at what point did shit turn where they're like, oh shit, reality TV could be, we could have a million shows, and you think it's like,
because
you think it
budgets
was
went
those?
down.
Yes.
Yeah, budgets went down. Network budgets went down. People, aren't doing, making the money that they are because now there's other places that advertisers could put their money that is not just regular broadcast television. And and they're just trying to like crank out as much shit as they can as quickly as you can. And like, what's better than a reality TV show? We're not doing a reality TV show right now.
It's true. I mean,
you're not paying millions for the studio, are you?
I
hope
think
not.
we were talking about before. I think reality TV show really got the boom with Survivor. That was the
Yes,
first show
Well, that was the contest show, and
Yeah,
then you
but
had
it
like
was-
the Biggest
yeah.
Loser and that kind of stuff that like really got you hooked.
And then these networks realized we don't have to fucking pay for these actors. We just get 4 fatties
Exactly.
and put them in a room.
Exactly.
And then boom,
Right?
everyone loves fat people losing weight.
I loved
Is
The
that
Biggest Loser.
Survivor?
Biggest Loser.
Oh, is
Biggest
that what that
Loser was great, and I'm going to tell you why. The first episode of The Biggest Loser of every season was my favorite because it would be every person sitting in their car eating a birthday cake in a parking lot. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's not great. Like, what do you do? Like,
yeah,
I've
it's
never.
like, I can't lose weight. Give me the fucking ice cream.
And they're and it's like they're always like, we're going through the drive-through right now. Can I have 800 bacon cheeseburgers? And then they
then
just
they
like,
take the bacon off, go, not healthy.
Right.
And throw it away.
and I love that. And also, everyone was dead. It was a sad story. But even Chopped does that. Do you guys watch Chopped on Food Network?
I do, yeah.
Yeah,
I watch
everyone
Chopped
has
and-
someone. They're like, oh, I've been a chef at this restaurant for 5 years, and I'd love to compete on Food Network because my whole family was murdered.
yeah.
And they're like,
Chopped.
what are you going to do with the money? And it's like, I'm going to start a. It's like you're going to get $5,000 at most.
Yeah,
you're not
yeah,
going to
yeah,
start
yeah.
a foundation.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
going to try to pay off some of your debt.
You gotta
Chefs
go
like
to
that too.
therapy because Gordon Ramsay just fucking abused you on the show.
This is not. I don't know. That's what I enjoy that too.
So,
yeah,
like,
the tragedy.
Of course you do.
Yeah, they would always tap into the tragedy, and always someone. That's right. Always someone was dead. What was your favorite show growing up as a kid?
I loved Maury Povich. That even though it's not reality TV, it's not reality TV. Do you guys remember the Out of Control Teens? I think it was a 13-year-old girl, and he was like, "It says here that you had sex with a man for a cheeseburger," and she was like, "Bacon cheeseburger tastes good," and I was like, "Oh my god, this is." I don't know if things get better than this.
I remember, dude. I remember they used to be like,
You can't script that.
I remember they used to have a show where it'd be like, I'm a 15-year-old and I want to get pregnant.
Yes, and it's like I have baby clothes and I steal them,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't give a shit. I beat my grandmother in the face. Fuck that bitch. And you're like, this is amazing.
Yeah. And then they come back 4 years later with the kid. Like, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I should have had a kid. It's the
good.
best. It was the
I
best.
really do enjoy that. So that is where I guess I got my, and then 16 and Pregnant started on MTV, and I was like,
16 and Pregnant.
and I was like, oh my god, I love this. This is great. Because I used to watch Lifetime movies. Anything about a pregnant teen really caught my eye because I felt like. As bad as I was as a teenager, like I never got pregnant. I didn't have a kid, so it's like I'm gonna watch teens that are worse than me. Watch this. I really did enjoy, like, they had the Lifetime movies where, like, the girl would get pregnant and it was, like, you know, her stepfather that raped her and then the mother would raise the baby as her own. Like, those were very intriguing to me.
So you think some element of reality TV is punching down without being the one making the jokes?
Listen, at the end of the day, I don't have a kid. At the end of the day, there is not a man living in my house that I have to support for 10 years legally because he's from a different country. So how bad am I really doing?
That's true. That's when you look at like some of these shows. You look at him, you're like, you're importing your dick. Like it's
Right.
really like
Once
it's
in a
how
while,
bad is your
once-
life?
Once in a while, you're like, okay, they like legit men on vacation, they're in love, whatever, that's fine. But like guys that are hard up for women that are, and it's like, why can't you see it? But you know what? You deserve it then.
But there are like there's like shit like that, like where you're like making fun of people because they're
Yeah.
so very pathetic.
Yeah.
But on the other end of it, there's the housewives
Yeah.
and like the hills and shit.
Yeah.
And those are the richest, best looking people. Why do we like those ones? Just because they're famous and they're...
Oh, because you see that even though they have all this money, they have all these problems, and you're like, well, good thing I don't have that money.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh God, thank God that I just, I'm just
Thank
low-key.
God I'm not a millionaire. You know what? I'd have a problem if I was a millionaire.
I also love watching Celebrity Spiral.
That's a
great.
big one.
Aaron Carter's doing amazing.
Yeah.
Britney Spears is entertaining me forever. She's more entertaining now than she ever was. This
Yeah.
is great. I mean, I feel bad, but like I don't, because who cares?
You watched Britney Spears.
everyone feels bad for Britney Spears. It's
Right.
insane.
You
But
watched
you're
Britney
still
Spears
watching
Spiral,
it.
and you're like, maybe her dad was right.
Right.
Yeah, maybe her dad was right.
Yeah, there's a lot of like sexy dance moves that you're like, oh no, she's not well.
No, she's
But
not.
yeah, no, I enjoy like watching anything just fall apart.
Okay, now
That's not
I have
me.
a question.
But,
Do
Yeah.
you mind? Okay, so you liked when you were growing up. You liked watching Broken or Troubled Teens.
Yes.
and then you liked watching 16 and Pregnant.
Yes.
And then now you watch liking love shows. So it
Yeah.
sounds like you.
I'm
like-
growing. I'm evolving.
Do you ever go backwards though? Do you ever? Do
You have a bad
Do
night?
you still appreciate 16 and Pregnant?
Okay, so I
now
still
that
do. I do a
you're-
podcast about it. So I do a
Okay.
podcast called Teen Mom Trash Talk.
That's got to be a yes.
So yeah, absolutely. I love watching it. Now, my favorite thing to do when I'm watching Teen Mom or 16 and Pregnant or anything like that is to say, "Oh, I would never react like that." And then you're like, "Yeah, Tracy, because you're like in your late 30s. This is a 15-year-old reacting to her boyfriend cheating on her while she's pregnant." And I'm like, "Oh, I would have handled that way better." And I think that's
I like how you have a deep dive into yourself on how you reacted initially, and now as an adult.
Right, because you're watching this and you're like,
Oh, well, I've
God,
grown."
she's trash. And then you're like, oh, she's 15 and she's living in a cardboard
she's
box.
living
you
with-
gotta tell Amy this.
Yes.
That's
oh,
pretty.
she's
that's
living
growing.
it with her mom. What a loser. She's like, oh, she's 12 years old.
Well, do you watch sports?
No.
Well, that's the most reality TV of all
Yeah, I
time.
mean, you're talking about like wrestling. I think that's reality TV,
No. Sports.
That's the
Sports,
exact
yeah,
opposite
I couldn't.
of reality
I got to
TV.
tell you, I grew up in a very sports centric.
Wrestling is reality.
Wrestling is reality TV. There's a lot of
It's not.
crossover in that.
It's fake.
Yeah, that's reality TV.
Yeah, but sports is actual
Right. I mean, there's
reality.
What do you mean though? What part of the sports? The raping?
How about
Like, what's the reality TV part of that?
how about when a guy gets knocked out unconscious and his hands go to his face and he's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm knocked out.
They're,
yeah,
play-
yeah,
they're,
it's great.
they're playing a
watched
game.
Love
Like
It to
there's
Lock Up.
nothing scripted.
But also though, now with sports, Twitter is part of the sport, which is the reality.
Right.
I will say the NBA,
Yeah.
it has gotten so big over the last, since social media,
Right.
and a lot of that is because of the drama. They exploit. This guy doesn't like this person.
Right.
Yeah.
And
if some guy
yeah.
likes a tweet
Right, like, if
of another
you-
team,
listen,
it's all over the
really?
news.
It's crazy.
Oh, it's all over.
Crazy.
I like that. But I
Oh.
do hate the fact that social media has become playing such a big role in reality TV. Because,
Is it?
Yeah, of course. Because do you remember when the good old days when you just had to wait to see what happened to the person that was on Catfish? And now we see it in real time. And it's like, this is not fun. I don't want to know. Like someone on Teen Mom is pregnant. And it's like, yeah, I knew about that like 2 years ago. And they're just, because everything's like,
Yeah.
and now they're,
Spoilers
they're
and-
announcing it on the show. It's like, oh, God, who didn't know that?
Yeah, the kid's
Yeah.
talking already. What's wrong with you?
hate that. I hate
Yeah, and that
the
makes sense
spoilers.
though. And also, like you see someone after the show, and you're like, oh, this person's really like, when it's out of sight, out of mind.
Right. And then
Easy.
I'm conflicted all the time because I interact with these people that are on the shows, and then I say awful things about them, and then I'm like, hey, by the way, don't listen to the podcast this week.
So you talk to these people?
Sometimes, they reach out. They either hate us or love us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You ever been in a situation when you talk to someone and you genuinely like feel bad for them, and
Yeah.
you try to be like, hey, look, like
Yeah. 100%.
you're insane, and I want to help you, or not insane, but like I feel bad for you.
There have been people that I have tried to help, and it's like you see their whole life on TV, so it's like you feel like you know a lot about them, and then people are like, no, you can't always trust what you see on TV, and then you talk to them, and you're become friends with them, and you're like, oh no, that was accurate.
Yeah,
That was 100% accurate. I'm good. Enjoy it.
What we got? What is? We'll put it in sports terms.
Yeah.
What is
Oh,
the
great.
Michael Jordan of reality TV shows? Like the greatest TV show.
That was a terrible sports term.
What?
What was the Michael Jordan? You're just
The
putting
best.
one.
The best.
The best.
Right.
The GOAT.
The
It's
best.
No, I mean I get that, but
yeah.
like that wasn't a great analogy. I didn't love it.
I don't love you. What are we
okay.
doing
I
here?
mean, listen.
What's going on here?
I like this. We're gonna love bomb each other later.
Yeah. What's the Michael Jordan of reality shows?
the best show.
The best show ever?
and not just your personal opinion. That is like,
Oh, Kardashians.
is
That's
it?
the best show.
Probably, yeah. Probably the highest rated reality TV show.
Let me ask you a question. You're funny. You do comedy,
Oh,
right?
thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Don't you think a lot of reality, most of reality TV, is giving people with not a lot of talent what could possibly be yours?
That's okay.
No, is it?
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. Like,
Oh,
when,
okay.
like, are you talking about like when comics get mad because like a TikTok star is like headlining a comedy club,
it could be
that kind of
anything.
thing?
It could be anybody from reality TV giving an opportunity that would be better suited for people with talent. Not
that's
that we
fine.
have talent.
That's fine,
No,
because
no.
at the end of the day, everything's about money. No, I mean we're not great, but at the end of the day, everything's about money.
Is it though?
Yeah. Yeah, a club is
club has to make money.
A club has to make money. So if they're gonna,
But at the end of your day, genuinely,
I'm
this
okay.
This isn't a joke. No. Seriously, Scope. Let me finish. At the end of the day, you got into comedy fully knowing you were not gonna make money.
Oh, I think we had a different idea when we got into it.
You thought so?
Oh, yeah, no, I have like delusions of grandeur.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I mean, we all do.
Right.
We all. You have to. If
Right,
you
like
do
I
this.
thought I was going to be a pop star, like as of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Still got time.
Thank you.
to be perfectly honest with you,
Yeah.
I started it because I loved
Sure.
to do it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, life is
So
unfair.
but I genuinely still have a good time, but there are things that aren't just money. We have to not say that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is some people are soaring past us, right? That don't deserve it because they're not funny, but maybe they have a TikTok following, maybe they have a YouTube following, maybe they have some kind of gimmicky thing that they do, right? There are so many people that are like internet celebrities and you're like, fuck them, they don't really deserve this. Then do that. Become famous on TikTok. You know what I mean?
He doesn't know the internet.
Right, but you see what I'm saying? Like that's the end of the day. Like people want people that are going to draw a crowd.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
the
going to
one
draw
thing.
a crowd? You're not going to draw a crowd just because you're funny. You're just not.
I think you will. I see people do it.
No.
I see it.
Who?
Nah, it's people that can
Bill
do
Burr?
it. Shane Gillis is drawing a crowd.
Why is Shane Gillis
Sam
drawing a
Morril.
crowd? Just because he was very quietly funny by himself?
No,
He's very funny. He's a funny TV show out
Bill
right now.
Burr is the,
I'm
Bill
not
Burr.
saying-
Burr.
Bill
Here's the
Burr
thing.
is the man.
Okay, fine.
Not to
but okay,
talk shit about people.
No,
Sebastian.
but I'm not talking shit about Shane. What I'm saying is,
I know what you're
Shane
saying.
got into a club. Shane got a little bit of
We know.
popularity because he was funny. Shane got SNL. Shane had
We know.
a controversy, a scandal.
For sure.
Yeah, that
Maybe not the best
all-
example,
No,
but
no.
he's very funny.
He's a very funny guy.
But I'm not saying he's not funny.
No,
I'm
I
not saying
know.
these people aren't funny. What I'm saying is that all you think it takes to make it in comedy?
No.
Just be funny.
No, I'm not
You know
saying
how
that.
people say that? Just be funny. Just
No,
be
that's
funny.
not true at all.
Don't be funny. Be everything.
Look, this my point sort of got derailed
Right.
a bit. But
Yeah.
I'm saying the love of reality
Yeah.
TV, we have to admit, is giving people who probably don't deserve some of.
No, I think
A
they
lot
deserve
less
it. I think they
untalented.
deserve it because they are getting
Yeah,
ripped
I
apart
don't.
from ear to ear.
So what?
Okay.
Just because you can get ripped apart doesn't mean that you deserve shit.
Yeah, I do. I think
No
that-
friggin' way.
I think they're put through, and at the end of the day, you don't last if they don't last.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a 15-minute of fame. So give her 15 minutes of fame. Everyone said that she was ugly for 2 years, every single day. They told her to kill herself. So let her do a little tummy tea commercial. What do you think they really? Who's?
They ain't giving tummy tea to you.
I guess we're looking at it in different ways, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
who are you talking about? Any specific reality TV star besides the Kardashians? Who again? They already had some kind of
They are
platform.
beyond a reality TV show.
To be
though.
honest with you, like I genuinely feel bad for people who get their 15 minutes. In their time in the sun, like
Yeah.
it won't last.
Yeah, but
it
that's-
never lasts, and you do feel
You know
bad
why?
because they don't really have any skills.
Because you have no skills, because you don't have a business plan, because you don't have a business sense. You could always turn things into something. If you have enough followers, you could turn things into something, but not everyone is a business person.
95% of people.
Okay,
are
right.
people,
And then
yeah.
they fizzle, and that's it. So it's like, yeah, whatever. Give them whatever they made. These people don't make a lot of money.
Yeah,
Very true.
I don't know.
They don't make a ton of money.
Yeah, that
it's
makes
not even
sense.
worth it. So that when you guys were like, oh, would you go on reality TV? It's like, they're not going to pay me a lot of money.
No.
I'm going to throw my life down the toilet for no reason.
Yeah.
Why? So I can get
But
100,000 followers?
Like short
you
term.
are a comedian that, well, if you can get a following, you can start headlining shows.
Sure, but is my dream to be on reality TV? Is that how I want to get famous? No. I mean, listen, am I turning down reality TV offers left and right? No. You know, I mean, it's not my ideal way. I'd rather people say, like, here's a talk show than here's a reality TV show about your butthole. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really want to do that. I don't want to
Okay.
exploit. I don't want to exploit myself. But I will if anyone's listening.
All right,
There
what's
is a
your,
price for everything.
What's your most underrated reality TV show? Like the one that didn't get enough
See, Love After Lockup. I feel like that's
love after
Yeah, I
lockup?
never heard of that. Never heard of
very underrated. It is beautiful. It is a piece of art. The sex scenes are too much. We see entirely too much.
There's sex scenes?
I mean, they're just like the cameras are there for too long. You know how like
in The
like,
Bachelor
on, like-
they shut the door and
right?
it's
No,
like
no, no.
giggling.
I couldn't imagine them being like, okay, make out with your boyfriend. It's like, all right, now grab his balls. It's like, wait, what? I am not doing that on camera. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. There's like, they have no boundaries.
Yeah. Well, what channel is that on?
They're trying
That
to
is
get ratings.
on Wii TV.
of
They're trying to get ratings.
Wii
Wii TV is garbage.
Wii TV.
Wii TV is garbage, and that is why people are doing the ball grabbing. You know, and that's what really.
Yeah, they're also writing letters to fucking convicts. So
I expect that from Wii TV, though.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a
expect
classy
that.
way that you could write letters to convicts. There's
For
definitely
sure,
a
but-
way that you could film these things to make them a little bit more upscale, if you will.
So you think Love After Lockdown
Love
is,
After
is
Lockup.
the most underrated? Lock Up. What the hell's Love After Lockdown?
You just made that up.
Yeah.
So there's Love After Lockup.
It's a TV show that you go home to
and
every
then
night.
the spin-off, Life After Lockup, after they've already been together for
How
a little
many of
while.
There's a
those?
spin-off.
How many of those stay together?
Oh, not many of them.
No.
But then you get to see them fight in real time on social media and break up and have a baby with someone else, and I love it.
What are they in for, by the way? What's the most they're in for?
A lot of them are like
Burglary.
yeah, a lot of grand larceny, a lot of drugs.
What is a couple that you thought in any reality show had zero chance?
Okay, thank you for asking.
And then
and then Flora.
they shocked you. Like there's this one couple from The Bachelor. They were in like
Okay.
Bachelor in Paradise. I
Right,
remember.
yeah.
The guy had like weird teeth, and then the girl was crazy. She was obsessed with him. They ended up. They have 3 kids now.
Okay.
They love each other.
There was a couple on Married at First Sight. I do not remember their names. I remember that the girl married the guy and she cried hysterically.
Black
because
girl?
No.
Oh shit.
And she was like, he's gross. And they're like married with 4 kids, and like she grew to love him, and he's like a very nice person, but she was just so repulsed by him. And it's like, imagine that.
I know. No,
Imagine you're like,
crazy.
hey kids, you want to see mommy cry because daddy's gross? We actually have it.
Now you have
in
half
an
gross
enti-
kids.
We have a DVD compilation of that.
That's true too. That your kids are gonna watch you guys fall in love.
No, they're gonna watch mommy cry because daddy's ugly. I love that.
I think they're going the other way. I think the kids are going to be like, well, mom thought dad was hideous, and now, you know.
But they did fall in love, and he was a nice person.
That's beautiful.
But it was just she was just really unhappy with how we looked. That would have killed me.
How many people do you think go into reality TV now with, again, dating, with the genuine hopes of finding someone, and how much is it?
I think 3% go in with genuine intentions. 97% is your agent is like, hey, I got this gig for you.
It's that high.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cast.
no, I believe that.
It's cast because if you see like a lot of these shows, you're like, he was on that other show.
Oh, there are multiple shows. You can get on multiple shows.
Right, but like even like in 90 Day Fiance, right? Libby on 90 Day Fiance. I don't know if you guys are watching Libby and Andre.
Haven't seen it this year.
Libby was also in a lot of indie films. She was an extra in here, and it's like, yeah, you got cast.
Okay.
You got cast.
Oh,
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah. A lot of people get cast. There was another show. TLC had these really, really great shows. One of them was called Smothered, where it was.
I've seen this. Oh, I've seen this.
What the hell is
There's a lot of these shows where it makes me actually like a little bit nauseous, and that's what was going on in Smothered. Where
What's Smothered about it again?
Smothered is about mothers and daughters who have no boundaries and are obsessed with each other. There was one where the mother and daughter, they would use the same bath water. And then there was another one where like they would shower together, and it was like, oh, someone call 911. Like someone needs. This is just a criminal show. This is a show about terrible people that are molesting their children.
Okay.
So I really enjoyed that.
That's the show you enjoyed?
I enjoyed that. I think that was a little underrated.
They
Smothered.
love their kids way
How
too
many
much.
seasons did that show get?
2 or 3, I think.
Oh, jeez, 2 or 3.
Yeah, but there
There's
was
a
a
first
girl.
shower, like,
there
we
was a
gotta cancel
girl. I
this.
think her name was Cher that was on the show, and she was on another dating show, and then her brother was on a dating show, and then it was like the whole family was just like doing this.
Yeah,
she was
yeah,
on My
yeah,
Super
yeah.
Sweet 16. It's like, oh, you've had an agent for quite a while.
Yeah. No.
So that's
Are
why.
you in connection with the other like TV show podcasts that you guys know like what's coming out, what the next show is, what the next show you're going to talk about?
Well, we do 3 specifically in their own podcast. So we don't just do reality TV as a whole. I do Catfish, I do 90 Day Fiance, and I do Teen Mom.
Catfish is still around?
Catfish is still around.
Is Nev producing it still?
Neve is producing it.
Neve is
yes.
producing. Wow. Have you done a podcast about Mentateo?
We haven't, but we're actually doing a bonus episode on our Patreon about that.
That
exact-
shit. Yeah. That's. I mean, That guy's half.
That's
he's got head.
Yeah.
His head's mush.
We're covering that documentary.
Whoever
on-
does this music for like reality TV shows, though, or I get so much anxiety when they.
Oh, when they're like dun dun dun.
Yeah. They're giving
and
away the
it's
last
scary music.
rose. It's like dun dun dun. I'm like, oh my god, why do I feel this way? It
Yeah,
fucks me up.
Catfish. They do that when you go up to like a house that seems abandoned, and he's like, "Neve, where are you going?" And he's like, "I'm back here." And then it's just like a little girl that answers the door.
The editors must have the best time.
Yeah.
Whoever is.
Yeah, it's like it's always like Blair Witch music.
Yeah.
I like it.
I want to know the people that make the compose the music, their backgrounds. They're probably like symphony people, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
MTV is like, do these 20-year-olds who fuck each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Money's money. At the end of the day, I think
Back to that.
that's what the theme of this podcast is.
We're gonna go now.
Yeah.
we're done.
Yeah, I left.
But yeah, you checked out. We know you
checked out a
did.
long time ago.
Yeah, love after lockdown or whatever. She fucked up.
Plug your podcast.
Plug your podcast.
Thank you.
Also, one positive. Anytime I think of reality TV, I
Right.
think it's complete dog shit.
Right.
Something, a positive takeaway for someone who's watching reality TV. What could it offer you in a
Offer me as a viewer or them as
a viewer, as
Your
someone
life's
who's
not that
watching
bad.
it?
you feel better about yourself?
Yeah.
Only that.
You feel better about yourself. It's entertaining. You feel, or you could feel real love, even though you're never going to feel it in real life.
I like
feel
that.
it. Yeah.
That's fine.
That's
Plug your podcast real quick.
Thank you so much. You can go to TracyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming stand-up comedy dates, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, Teen Mom Trash Talk, Catfish Trash Talk, Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, TrixieTuzzini, TracyCarnazzo.com.
Thank you so much, Tracy. This was fun.
Thank you.
Learning about
Thank you
the
so much.
reality TV world.
Thank you, guys.
You're the best.
Bye-bye, Tracy Carnazzo, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.